There is going to be a few changes in Tower of Fantasy Global. Recently, a data miner named Sova, who always has been data mining since the CN version, has discovered a few characters has been adjusted, such as Meryl, Coco, Zero. Aside from that, he also discovered that elemental resonance from 2.0 character will now be passed down to 1.0 character in the global version. Every CN veteran knows who Sova is. He is a man of respect and most of his data mines are 99% true. I had to mention him because he is, if not one of the most important person in the community. Even people on China realize him for League. In this video, I will be talking about the beta pass in global, character adjustment, upcoming banner in global, and lastly, Battle Royale. Keep in mind that these are leaks, so it might not be true, but I definitely trust what Sova did, so yeah. So this was shared by my friend Darko. He sent it to me via saying that his friend got this, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about it as well. So the beta pass has been leaked as 10 USD for the normal pass, which gives you 10 golden nucleus, 5 matrixes tickets, 1,330 dark crystal and Hilda matrices, and more. The collector edition has revealed an SSR relic select, which will be useful at the start of the game, but pretty much okay if you miss this. 10 red nucleus, Tifa skin for female and a Banco skin for male, a Shirley profile pic, and possibly more. To clear this up, if this did happen, I want to let people know that the CN version actually got worse from the start, so hear me out. In the CN server, the first beta pass is literally worse than what we have, so perhaps we might get red nucleus in the future just like CN later beta pass. So comparing these two from the top and bottom that you're seeing right now, I honestly think that we're actually getting the better version of the battle pass. The monthly pass will be 5 USD, providing you 100 dark crystal every single day for 30 days and 300 titanium, or rather blue crystal, I don't know, it's called titanium now. The rookie supplies will give you a grappling arm, and if you do not mind getting that for $1, trust me, this will save you a lot in exploration in terms of time and, well, basically time and PvP. But you can get this through the app 2P ways, it'll just take a longer time. Now we're gonna talk about character adjustment. 0 5-star. So at 5-star, his weapon when damaging a target also produces a damage orb which lasts for 20 seconds and increases attack of any teammate who pick up those orb by 2% for 45 seconds in the CN version, but now brought down to 30 seconds in the global. This stacks up to 10 times, skill cooldown is 2.5 seconds. Now 2.5 seconds is a very small window, but still, this actually makes 0 actually weaker. Not the buff weaker, but the duration. There's the little small window, but I don't think this actually affects a lot in my opinion, so 0 is still good if you have 2 copies of him, but his buffing attack is still there, but I think Coco actually does better the attack buff. Tsubasa 1-star has been nerfed and this will affect her by a lot in PvP. This is honestly a nerf in my opinion, as she is supposed to be the best DPS or even support buffer to herself. Tsubasa is actually future proof when it comes to all this standard banner character, but now nerfed to the point that she stands near to the rest of the standard banner character in my opinion. So what happened is that at 1 star, every time she dash attack, she shoot 3 arrows. If one of the arrow hit, she will grant a buff to the user, 8% increase in damage for 15 seconds, but in global, she will be nerfed to 5%. This skill actually stacks up to 3 times, meaning that the total is nerfed from 24% down to 15%. Is she still useful? Well, she can still freeze people with the dash attack she has. If you have a character like Meryl that use stamina and then you want to swap to someone that use dash attack, then she is still useful. Coco has been buffed. Her 6-star now gives an additional 15% healing to anyone stand 10 meters near to her. Well, I'm gonna show the difference right here on the screen. As you can see, she only used to buff attack, but now she also gives healing to the teammate around her. Meryl might not be able to walk on ice. This is not much of a nerf, but rather maybe a dungeon nerf. Her Simulacra trait will no longer give her the ability to walk on ice according to data mining. Now Nemesis, we talked about her a few days ago. Nemesis in my opinion is adjusted, so hear me out. I have dealt with a lot of Nemesis in PvP, and I honestly think they are really OP. All they need is to shatter my shield, leave me stunned for at least 6 seconds, and I am dead. So what's nerf? Her 3-star, every 6 seconds, the electrode she summons will release a lightning ring, dealing 389% AoE damage. However, this is now brought down to 205% damage. So in PvP, everyone is maxed out using Nemesis. So at 6 stars, she can summon 2 Electrode. The way to summon the Electrode is through her Discharge skill, and also if you get her to 1 star, which means we are also getting the 1 star effect in PvP, she will able to summon 2 Electrode, 1 from a Discharge, 1 from her normal skill. If there is 2 Electrode and a person is stunned for 6 seconds and then the Lightning Ring release, it will deal 778% volt damage and now brought down to, I think if not mistaken, 410% volt damage. To top that, they also nerf her 5 star. After using her skill, which is her normal skill, which is the one that you press the number 1, she will gain 10 plus how many electrodes she has, which means the maximum is 2, times 10 in percent, but now got half to 5. Now to top it all that, basically what they're doing here is they're nerfing her electrode, but everything actually stays the same. She is indeed insane. Sure, you keep your distance, but in ranked PvP, circle will close in and it's all gone since global still, no, when the circle gets small, everyone's just gonna have to face her with her electrode, and Link, we still do not have Link to counter her. So to summarize, when it comes to PvP, I honestly think she is now balanced. Aside that, they also nerf her elemental resonance as well as all the other elemental resonance such as ice, fire, and physical. When equipped with another volt weapon with this weapon, which means a total of 2 volt weapon, volt attack will increase by 20% but now brought down to 15%, by 40%, now brought down to 25%. Is this good? Yes, in my opinion, this resonance will now give slight advantage rather than a big gap, giving new player a better chance to counter old players. There is another changes in global. All these resonance are supposed to be for 2.0 character in the CN version, but now brought to 1.0 for the global version. In the CN, we have Nemesis, Ruby, Sakifua, and Lyra, who has the elemental resonance buff, but global now changed it to Nemesis, who still retains it, but a little bit nerf, and then Cobalt B, Claudia, and Free. I will make a separate videos on who to save for in between these, because this actually brings me to my next speculation. With Claudia and Cobalt B having elemental resonance buff, they might have their own radar banner. So I have a feeling they might not add these two to the standard banner unless after their rerun. If this is true, that means global will not catch up with CN anytime soon. But the problem is, what will happen to the 2.0 character? Are they still worth waiting since they lost their resonance buff? If you're going for moveset and iframe, yes, they will still, I honestly think that they will still retain their moveset. Honestly, the adjustment on global is not to change how the character works, but rather just the number dealt to a more reasonable number. But in my thoughts, we have to wait for the new character in CN. If they added on a new buff with the new guy named Tianlang, meaning what if he have a new kind of buff, perhaps this buff will also brought down to the 2.0 characters such as Lyra, Sakifua, and Ruby. Last but not least, during the CBD2, my friend Bossy had shown me a video by a channel called LP4YTHD actually played the Battle Royale mode during the CBT test. This could mean that Battle Royale is already in the global version, but might get released sooner or later. So in my opinion, is the CN version balanced? Well, it still needs a little bit of adjustment, but if they decided to bring it to the global earlier, well, I hope that's a good thing, because I play a lot of the BR more than any other modes and I actually like it, and I think this is gonna be a sweaty mode in the global version. Now that is all I have. Battle Pass, my prediction for the upcoming banner. Now all of this might have a big chance of changing, so I really don't know. I really don't know. Take your risk in whether you want to believe me or not. But what I want to point out is that should FTP players pull for Nemesis, or should they wait for Claudia, Cobalt B, and then Freak? Thank you all so much for watching again. Zackie-Senpai here, and I'll see you tomorrow, and I'm gonna be streaming the Battle Royale mode in just a few hours, so I'll see you all there. On my channel, I don't stream on Twitch.